Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Now it's Ferran Torres.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Valverde. Oh, good spread. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Back towards the middle. Dani Olmo is onto this. Rashford. Played back. There's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! The breakthrough strike. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Yamal, he's picked his way through. Neymar. Valverde. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Azar. Camavinga. And it's Valverde.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Soboslai goes short. This is their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
After 42 minutes...
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. It's a promising position. Valverde. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Camavinga tries to pass it through, and it's Camavinga who shifted it to the flank. Guardiola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Valverde. Oh, it's hit the post! Camavinga. Now Saliba. Now it's Dani Olmo. Out to the left it goes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Yamal. And it's made its way to him.
Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter.
Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Ferran Torres. Substitution for Barcelona. Number 14, Rashford. Coming on the field is number 11, Rafinha.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona go into the lead. Now it's Ferran Torres. That has been cut short. And it's Salah. Always onto this. Oh, super ball. Bit too much weight on the pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He is through here. And here's Mohamed Salah. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Messi. Vinicius Junior. Szoboszlai. Saliba. Valverde looking to add to his goal.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes
And
has
the
been
finish!
indicated.
Now that is commitment to the cause.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absent. This time, surely!
It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity.
No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Great vision. It's a promising position.
First quarter of an hour gone.
That's a little off target. Now, can they get him away? So we're still where we started right now. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Albacete applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific.
It's a promising run he's making on the right.
Can he get on the end of this? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Opts for safety. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Camavinga.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and he's picked it up out wide.
There's no flag.
Chance to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Valverde gets good distance on it.
Looking to play him in. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And we have our very first corner. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
So they head in no further forward. The score here...
Decent chance!
And yes, it's there! The breakthrough arrives at last!
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
So time for
Hazard.
change, and
Number
this one has been on the
22,
cards for a little while.
Eduardo Camavinga.
So the first
Number
goal of the game.
19,
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time
Coming
encouragement
on
was
the
all that was
field,
needed,
number
because we
6,
have a very different game on our
Dembele.
hands now, Peter.
Number 15, Fernandez. Number 11, Mohamed Salah.
Tries to pass it through. Hangs one in. And that has been cleared. Well, that's a little loose. Good ball. And the finish! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Now it's Dembele. Vardio is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitutions taking place.
They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Played it again.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Great defending, strong and determined. Liverpool do have a chance to counter here. Threads one in. It's a threatening ball. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now he's got space here. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde. It's run loose here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substitution.
And it's Messi. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, super great chance! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, that is a nice touch.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Nice interception, well timed.
Added time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's been played through. Too much on it, and that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on Joaquin Munoz! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Looking for options for movement. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Valverde. First quarter of an hour gone. Great vision. He can run onto that. What a throw in. Now it's Hazard. Now then, the ball's come loose. In once more. Up he goes! And it's a goal! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
After 20 minutes is number
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be...
And he's had a hit! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Dembele. Camavinga. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Neymar. Shot a goal! He scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool are now luxuriating. There's the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Camavinga. Valverde. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And here's Dembele. He's in a great position here. Out towards the flank. Neymar. Camavinga, who does have an assist to his name. Szoboszlai calmly anticipates. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many buttons.
Tries a shot! Oh, that was nice, but... And that'll be the last act of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Liverpool sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Joaquin Munoz.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Van Dijk. He has found the way, and the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And one more try! No mistake! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
60 minutes played. And it's Valverde. Oh, that's ambitious.
He's done very well to get to that.
Valverde actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Field, number 10. Coming on to replace him is number 7. Substitution.
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. Terrific header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. It's their second corner of the game. Soboslai with the short one. Good ball, good touch, shapes to shoot! It's hit the crossbar. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Liverpool suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Substitution in progress.
That has been knocked clear. Liverpool will have one for chance, surely! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, and the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
75 minutes played. That is a great pick out. Chance for a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one.
Good chance here! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Knocks it into space. He has a look up. He's having a shot! Against the crossbar. Guardiola. Oh, good spread.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Has a shot! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting better and better. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
89 minutes is
So here comes the substitution.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Number 24.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Tries to play it through.
Valverde. And time is up.
Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Everybody,
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
As you can see, we've already started here. Neymar! In for the pieces! He's delivered all right!
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
The goal scorer.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it.
Ousmane Dembélé. Ousmane Dembélé. Ousmane Dembélé.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's an excellent interception. Not the most accurate pass. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position.
Now the ball in.
Neymar clears it away.
Over to the left. Now it's Hazard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Knocks it into space. Well, that's a good ball.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. He's in space and looking for options. Guardiola chooses to go back.
Camavinga
Played back in.
rolls it backwards. Liverpool are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it.
Now it's Hazard.
Neymar. And this is Dembélé. Nice interception, well timed. Liverpool leading here thanks to that early goal.
And the score is 1-0.
Van Dijk threads one in, and he was quick to react. And it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Dembélé. Dembélé going face-to-face with his great rival. And a chance! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it It's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Nicely weighted ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is
There
filled.
will be 1 minute added time.
Now that's well seen too. And there is the half-time whistle. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change
Please
at
join
this stage.
me in wishing all the best for members
Liverpool
of our
go in
fan
at
club
half-time on a
celebrating their
comfortable
wedding
two-goal
anniversary
cushion.
today. Substitution on the field. Number 5, Hazard.
That
Coming
gets
on
things
to
going for the
replace him
second half.
is Number 7, Vinicius Junior.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now that is a hefty challenge. They've played it short. Good ball, good take. He's had a shot! They've done it! The second half sparked straight into life. This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Liverpool different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
He's in a great position here. That's a... And the shot! Decent enough try. Has another go! Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Tries to play it through. He's picked his way through. Incoming delivery.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution on the field. Number 8. Number
Well,
6.
there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
19, Neymar.
Noticeable change in the approach
Coming on
to
the field.
defending here.
Number
More
7,
in your face.
Mohamed
Look,
Salah.
stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll
Number
reduce it.
23,
Oh, he's
Messi.
burst through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Played out to the left flank. That has been slung wide. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mbappe. And he's picked it up out wide. Real chance! And it's in! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
After 75 minutes is
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Liverpool take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish.
He's having a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, he can be proud of himself, the goalkeeper, for rescuing a perilous situation.
Good ball over the top.
Messi
Is flagged offside.
well read, nice interception.
Good running, strong and purposeful.
Look at the space here. Great ball, and the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Valverde. Now Salah. Messi.
And it's Camavinga. Aimed beyond the defence.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, that's fabulous. Played out to the right. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Camavinga.
For Messi.
Now it's Mbappe.
That's been cut out, well played. And that's that.
Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started.
Rafinha gets the...
Oh, shooting chance! A wonderful effort all by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Spain with the corner, they're first.
Punched away.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he's intervened well there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Great chance!
Pedri is there to clear.
Neymar.
Now it's Rafinha. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Morata.
Now this could be a chance.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now it's Perez. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Perez touches it back.
Out towards the flank.
João Pedro. Yamal. And it's Pedri.
Neymar.
Now he's got space here.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Morata. Now it's Baina.
Neymar.
He won't be happy with that one. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior!
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Vinicius Junior is offering a right smile there.
Now it's Morata. Now it's Perez. Played out to the left flank. Baina
Looking to run onto it.
Carlos Augusto.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He has found the way through. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And we're off again.
So the first half brought no goals. Pedri. And it's Baina. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Neymar.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, it's a great...
Goes for a shot! It's in! The breakthrough arrives at last! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Perez. He is through here. Deftly away. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. Spain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's Morata! And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, nicely intercepted. Carlos Augusto. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Look at this. Tries a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Howson gets across to intercept that. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brazil still ahead by the game's only goal. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Might be danger here. And he's certainly on sub. And the shot! Oh, in he goes again! Keeper's not concerned by that. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Now it's Morata. Played out to the right. And that's it. Brazil have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games.
To draw your attention to the screen right now for
how would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
From the manager.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Well, there's little new to say about this man. Majestic, regal, known as Le Roi by his country. Great chance! Goal! France! And the game springs instantly to life.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mbappe! Rafinha. João Pedro. That is good alertness. He's in a great position here. It's loose now. And the finish!
Brazil are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Linton is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Platini. Camavinga. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's onside. He's picked his spot. Kula! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Linton, and it's Neymar. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Rafinha, and it's Neymar. Well, that looks a good ball through. France have it back and can go again. Neymar. João Pedro. This looks promising. Oh, that was vital. Upamecano.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. This ended up in no man's land. Upamecano. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So off we go once more.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And that has put paid to that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Neymar, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Camavinga, who's set up one goal so far. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Michel Platini. That's a lovely, neat pass. Brazil still this single goal behind. Vinicius Junior, Neymar, the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that should get the job done. And they're back on the ball again. Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space.
Substitution.
We have got changes here from both
Number
sides, in
7,
fact.
Eduardo Camavinga. Number 18, Conte.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Number
Well,
11,
considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Pogba. Number
France
8,
are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Desiree Doué. Substitution in progress.
Barcola has found the net here, of course. Just about up to 75 minutes. France needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes. Good, strong midfield running here. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Lucas Paqueta, and he's had a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Just 5 minutes left.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now it's Doué. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now that looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting